Originally, I'd been looking at a cottage or a small house or an apartment or whatever. But I had concerns about the overhead of maintaining your own property over time, like a house. There's always something that needs to be done, and I didn't want to be distracted by having to think about, I don't know, cutting the grass or redecorating or any of those kind of things. So when I quite literally stumbled across this development that Hoburne had, it really appealed. But I did have a concern. I think, well, who are Hoburne? I'd never heard of them. There are some names in this sector that you would have heard of. But the more I researched, the more I liked about Hoburne. I never felt I was being sold to. I was made to feel very comfortable. And a very important part of that was when I met Alex, actually, was able to explain the concept behind certainly this development, which was slightly different to some of your other parks. And I really bought into that because I could see that he was enthused and excited about that and truly believed in it as well. And that gave me, again, a good feeling. So much of it is feeling with these kind of things, it certainly is with me. Cornwall is an area, certainly this part of Cornwall, an area that we've known for 25 years, and we just repeatedly kept coming back. At first it was every other year, and then it became every year, and it became a thing that it didn't feel like we'd had a holiday unless we'd been to Cornwall. I'd never heard of St Mebane, and I know this area very well, and finding it, I thought, actually it's a perfect location. Looking at it on a map and also sort of doing a couple of test drives or whatever, you're no more than 30 minutes from anywhere you want to be in Cornwall, really. The village is lovely, which is a 5-minute walk up the road. There's a lovely pub, you can have a meal there. Here as well, but also having a dog, wherever we go, needed to be dog friendly, and here especially so. You can have wonderful walks here, and it's just a very nice, comfortable environment. I think you need to look at all aspects, from your journey time, from where you are, how often you'll use it, having the flexibility to know that if you can't use it, that you can rent it. Otherwise, it can become, without sounding mercenary commercial about it, that you can get a return on your investment as well. Again, that was a big aspect for me, that I wanted to know that if I bought a property, just that moves with the market. This is a very different kind of concept, but your return on investment can come via rental. And the fact that Hoburne do make that easy, that was a big plus for me as well. I have no clue. For me, I can decide, very last minute, I can decide at 5 o'clock on a Monday evening, actually, I've got 2 or 3 days worth of what in effect are conference calls and Zoom meetings, team meetings or whatever. I could do those in Cornwall. It would take me four hours to get from London to here at that time of the evening as well. There is always something to do in Cornwall or somewhere to go, independent of the weather. But in Cornwall it's beautiful, whatever the season, the changing seasons, I love that. Cornwall is different every season. It takes on a different persona, and there's a different attraction. So there's no downside for me with Cornwall.